Was, has anyone heard the Mother Teresa quote, not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. So I'd love to share a video of something that I've been doing as a chaplain in my school, so if we can share that video now and then I'll have a little chat.
Here at the school I run a program for girls in Prep and Year 1, and it's all around the idea that just because you're little doesn't mean you can't make the world a better place. Everyone has the ability to do small things with great love, and we do all sorts of activities around sprinkling kindness everywhere. One of the more practical things we do is packing homeless lunch packs. We do that once a term and we deliver those then to one of the local community action centres to go out to children that don't have food to eat. The girls love coming to the group. They get really enthusiastic about the activities that we do. I have anywhere from 20 to 50 girls turn up each week. It's a free choice at lunch break and they're choosing to come there rather than going out and playing in the playground. I think they love the idea that they get to be empowered and make the difference for someone else, and they get to realise that actually they're not too little to do something special for somebody.
We live in a very busy world these days, and it's about making sure that we do spend time thinking about other people, and the chaplains, Rosalie and Angus, are really striving to make us do that now, and that's very valuable for all of us.
I think in the school it's probably the thing I get the most positive comments about. The parents love their girls coming because it's teaching them the value of kindness. Teachers love them coming because it gives them somewhere to send girls that might not have friends to play with at lunch. Little girls, sometimes people think that all they like is rainbows and ponies and they don't understand anything else, and really they have the chance to do something that's powerful and impacting for other people. And I think the sooner we can teach people that you can do little things for other people and it can make the world a better place, I think that that's really powerful. So like Mother Teresa said, not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and that's really the idea behind the program. I love helping kids make the world a better place. I love being a chaplain.
So since that video was made at the end of 2017, I had a group of the little boys come up to me and they asked if they could have a group too, which I think was really fantastic that they initiated that themselves. They actually wrote me a little letter, and they had teachers help to write the letter, but in it they said just because we're little doesn't mean we can't make the world a better place. And that's one of those things that I was always saying to the girls. So obviously I couldn't ignore the boys saying that to me. So last year I actually started a group for the boys as well called Little Bros, and their motto is to be kind and pass it on. And so just like with the girls, I'm teaching them that we can all do those small things to make a difference. So they're part of packing homeless lunch packs as well. Last year they collected 5-cent coins, and they collected enough to be able to buy 14 soccer balls for boys overseas that didn't have real soccer balls to play with, which was their own initiative. So I guess I'm wanting them to get that value also, to know that we can all do those small things with great love. And I think that that's actually true for all of us, and it's true across my whole chaplaincy. So I can't solve all the problems for all the people in my school. My school has over 1,200 kids. I can't solve all the problems for all of those kids or all of those families or even all of the staff. There's more than 100 staff there. I can't do that. But I can do the small things with great love in that community. I can offer that listening ear to the kid who's struggling. I can pick a bunch of flowers from my own backyard and then take it to a staff member just to encourage them because they've been feeling low. I can make a meal for a family in crisis and give that to them. And I can pray for my school. And each of those things might just feel like it's small, and sometimes I could feel like it's overwhelming. But I do know that God's using those small acts of love to make a difference. And I think that's true for all of us in our lives, wherever you work, wherever you live, you can just each day think, what is it, that small thing that God wants me to do today to bless someone else? I really felt like God gave me a particular verse at the start of this year. I don't know if anyone else sits down at the start of the year and just asks God for a word or a verse for them for the year, but that's something that I do. And so the verse that I really felt God lay on my heart came from 1 Peter 3:9, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm sharing it from the Message translation. It's actually the second half of the verse, but I think the whole of the chapter is really powerful. But the words that really jumped off the page for me said, just bless, that's your job, to bless. You'll be a blessing and also get a blessing. I just think that that's so powerful. That's your job, to bless. You'll be a blessing and also get a blessing. So I was reading 1 Peter in my Bible in January, and that bit just really struck me, the simplicity of it, that regardless of who we are, or what job we do, or where God calls us to, that's actually the base answer for the prayer that we often pray to God. God, what do you want me to do? God, what is it you have for me to do? And the answer really is, that's your job, to bless. You'll be a blessing and also get a blessing. And so as I've been looking at those words each day at the start of my day, it's really shifted the focus in my chaplaincy more from, oh my goodness, I don't know how to help all these people. What am I going to do? How can I change this situation for this person? It's changed that focus to, God, how can I bless this person in just one small way? And that's really what God's asking us to do. He's not asking us to solve everything. He's asking us to go out and to love and to bless. And whatever small way that is, what can you do to be a blessing? So I think about just last week, I had a young boy come and talk to me. He was really upset, quite visibly upset. He had an older sibling in high school, and he'd just found out that she'd been cutting herself again. And so I can't solve that for him. I can't make that better. I can't change that. I can't fix her. I knew I couldn't wave a magic wand and solve it, which is what I said to him. But I also knew that the job that God has given me is not to solve it, but to just be a blessing in the moment. So I sat and I listened, and it's such a small thing to do for someone else, to just listen to them when they want to tell you something. It might not feel like very much, but it can be a really big deal. I gave him a tissue. That's also a really small thing, but he needed a tissue in that moment. I just sat, I listened, I let him share his heart, and I gave him a tissue. We then talked about how we can't solve everything for someone else, but we can only let them know that we care. So I just let him know he can't solve it for his sister, but he can let her know that he cares about her. We talked about the little things that you can actually do in your life to show that you care. Like writing a little note, giving a hug, giving them a word of encouragement. And then I sent him back to class with a card that he'd written to his sister and a smile on his face. I got to be a blessing to him in that little moment in his life, but I also basically got to teach him the message of that verse, that it's not his job to fix things for his sister, but it's his job to love, to bless. And I really think that God says that to each one of us. That's our job, to bless. You'll be a blessing and also get a blessing. So I want you to think this week, how can you be a blessing in your life? What little thing can you do with great love in your home? What little thing can you do in your workplace? What little thing might you be able to do in your neighbourhood? And it doesn't have to cost any money. It doesn't have to be a big deal. I would love to buy flowers for the staff, but I don't have money to buy flowers, so I pick flowers from my garden, which is free, and I just put them in a little jar, which is also free. But it's a blessing, and it brings a smile to a face. So I think we can all do those little things that might bring a smile to a face and just be a blessing and show that bit of extra love and compassion. I would love, obviously, for you guys to partner with me in some small way, or with your own Chappy over here, or with chaplaincy in general. So what are some actual small practical ways? These are just suggestions I have that you might want to partner with us. So you could be great at baking, and you could make some biscuits or some cakes that I can put into my Ministry of Meals freezer, which I've had a freezer donated to me, so I have frozen meals that I have meals that people make and I put in the freezer, and I can give them out to families when they're going through something tough. But also, I've also got just some baking in there. It's surprising what a blessing just a little Chinese food container with some biscuits or some brownie can be. So I've heard, as I hear about families that are going through crisis or someone's in the hospital or something's going on, I'll go and talk to the child from the family and they might write a card with me and then they get to pick something from the freezer to take home with them to give to their family. And it's such a small thing, it doesn't cost very much. So you might be great at baking, you might want to partner with me in that and bake some things. I would love that. You might want to partner with my Petite Sisterhood and Little Bros groups. So with the video, so each term we make homeless lunch packs, but that just doesn't happen. I have a list of people that I email out that have said that they're happy to contribute like a 6-pack of juice poppers, or they're happy to contribute a little packet of like the 6-pack of sultanas. And so I collect those things together and then the kids make the lunch packs up, and you might want to be part of that once a term. You might actually have some time on your hands, and time is such a valuable thing to kids. You might have 30 minutes per week where you can come and be a Chappy chum and sit with a child and just give them undivided attention. And you'd be surprised the impact that that has on a regular basis for kids that might not get that attention at home or that love. They might not have the extended family or the grandparent. You could be a grandparent that steps in and gives them 30 minutes a week and shares your gift with them. You could teach them the guitar, you could just read a book with them, just be there and be a consistent person. You might be a sewer, and you might be able to make, I've got a little one with me, but you might be able to make me some little Solly bears. Solly stands for someone loves you. So you might be someone who can make me some of these Solly bears that I can give to kids who need to feel that little bit of extra love. It's not a big thing, but it's something that maybe you can do at home that you'd love to be part of. Or you might be able to be a monthly donor and contribute $10 per month to chaplaincy in my school, in another school, to SU in general, so it can be split out across schools. And $10 per month might not seem like much, but I've been working really hard to gather 100 people on my donor list, because together 100 people at $10 a month will actually fund an extra day of chaplaincy, which is a big deal in a school to have an extra day there. If you want to help in any of these little ways, or if you have a different idea, I'd love to chat with you after, or you can add your name and contact details. I've got a journal here with a blank page where you can write your name and contact details. If you want to partner in some way, either with me or with someone else, you might want to partner with one of your schools that's closer to here. Or you might live in the Narangba area and want to partner with my school. But I would love to talk to you. And I'd love to encourage you that little things can add together to make a big difference. So each of those things are just little things, but if each person does their little thing, it adds together and makes a huge impact on a community. So thank you for letting me share. Do you want me to open it up for questions, or will I leave it at that? Does anyone have any questions? What was that? Does anyone in the congregation know about the Ready Reader program? So that's a program that's run in schools where you can actually go into the school and sit with a child and read once a week. So, which is a fantastic thing, because some kids don't have parents that read to them and they don't get to read out loud to someone else, and the impact that actually makes on literacy is huge. So you might be someone that just wants to come into a school and be part of just sitting and listening to kids read or reading to them. The value of someone reading aloud to you, I don't know if you've ever had, if you had a parent that read to you, my mum used to read to us every night, and that had a massive impact on my love of literature and books. So just even being able to read with a child is fantastic, great suggestion. Any other questions? No, thank you for letting me share.